What up, cappers, gamblers, punters? It is Friday, June 8th. The weekend is here, and it feels good to be alive. We have a ton of stuff, ton of action today. This Friday is full, and I am ready to get to work. But first, let's talk about a couple things. First off, before we give a shout out to Ovi and the Washington Capitals, we definitely have to give credit where credit is due and give a big shout out to the Vegas Golden Knights. Wow, what a story. What a team. All hockey fans are thankful that you brought so many new eyes and so many, you created so many new hockey fans. And being cast off from all these other teams, your story is incredible. I'm sorry that some of you guys with those beautiful, beautiful tickets didn't get to cash them. The huge 100 to 1s, 50 to 1s that I know some of my friends have. I'm sorry that you guys didn't get to cash them. But shout out to the Vegas Golden Knights and shout out to Ovi and the Capitals in their 44th year winning a Stanley Cup, their first Stanley Cup for that franchise. Gives me hope. 47 years in Vancouver without a cup. So it gives me hope. And it was nice to see Ovi hold that cup over his head. He's done a lot of good for the NHL, done a lot of good for hockey. And just want to give shout out and respect to both teams. What a great Stanley Cup Finals. And yesterday was a good day. It was a good day. I knew being with you guys, working with just my low baggers, that things would start turning around. And I knew it would be the big turning point for me in my MLB season. And it was almost a giant night. The Blue Jays got me in the prison pocket, right in the old bottom mouth. Oh, so it would have been a 6-unit day. Ended up being a 3.7-unit day, but I will take it happily and get rolling. So before we get into this giant baseball card, we've got a lot of stuff, as you see on the schedule. MLB, NBA, Belmont, WNBA. We got a lot of stuff. But I want to give a shout out to the low baggers, man. You guys are the reason why this show is special. Marco Lu, Marty Muerte, Nostra Toda, Rojo Flo, Steven Alla, Anna Merak, Nick Dial, Keith Saltamacchia, Tom Marino, Tomar, Sean Thompson, Walter Trotter, Not Applicable, Michael Irvelina, Jim Beam, Brad Summersell, Young Vaughn, Daryl Lyles, Joshua Garay, Brooke, Jordan, Bomb, Polo, Ziggy Balls, Melee Payless Way, Kyle Leaf. Let's get to business. Anthony L. Let's get to business. Now, we're going to need to keep a very brisk pace. There is a, Not Applicable says, I told you last night the Blue Jays would win. Man, God damn, I really, whatever. It was still a winning day. Zigzag Man says, good morning. Jerry Schrader says, what's up, Jimmy? Buddy Bill's 357, ready to get paid and laid. My man Alex in the house. All right, Melvin Morrell cashed out with the Capitals last night at the last minute. But yeah, I did not end up taking the Capitals, which I did. But I did pick up 2 units in that game with the over 5.5 and the team total of Vegas over. Also, my man Bulgogi Larry, for Larry's Plays of Tomorrow, Larry's Plays of the Futures hit 5 straight. Native Queen joining us. Jamal Heron joining us. Clark Kent joining us. Jim Bean in the house. All right, let's get to work. And also, you guys, those of you who are just watching and have been watching the last couple of days, the legend, Pistol Pete Loshak, is in NYC. We don't know what he's up to, but he will be back soon, and we miss him. And this show is not the same without him, and we love him very much, and he's red hot in MLB. So just a shout out to Pistol Pete Loshak. Low baggers everywhere, love you and miss you. Let's get to work. Marco Lu says, doesn't matter, Blue Jays was the wrong side. There we go. Thank you, Marco Lu. My man, the Herb. Oh, yeah, you nailed that parlay. Beautiful. Nailed caps and over parlay. Wow. I forgot about that, the Herb. Nice work. Zigzag Man says, yes, Larry is white hot. Oh, Bulgogi Larry. White hot. Baseball Bob ready to work. My man, Antoine Seymour in the house. Von Polo says, I hate the Washington Capitals team total over. I had the Vegas Golden Knights team total over and the full game over. Great work. You guys, you know what? We've been focusing a lot on the Stanley Cup Finals, NBA Finals, and we've been doing a very good job and making a lot of money, and it's been great. Baseball, I've got to get my shit together. You guys are doing great. I've got to get Scott Kaler saying, morning from Anaheim. Let's get to business. Okay, we got a big card. And we're going to, as my man Pistol Pete would say, we got to keep a brisk pace. Hail to the victor says, told you Tigers first 5 full game, Tigers money line. Oh, hail to the victors. That was a huge score for you. I did not get such a huge score. I did have the plus 170 first 5, but a lot of us hit big with the Tigers. And that felt real good. Hermana Aparicio says, Caps, I called it. Not applicable says, notice Jimmy says it when Larry isn't here. I give Larry shot. I'm the one screaming Bulgogi Larry at him all the time. Johnny the Boss on Warriors on the under. And let's get to business here. Let's get to business. We got a big card. We're going to start off with the, thank you, Sonny Betts. We're going to start off with the Pirates at Cubs because it's starting at 1:20 Eastern time, 11:20 our time, so pretty much just after this show is over. I want the first 5 over, but my book is not giving me a 4. Still giving me a 4.5, which is just not enough for me. I want a 4. I want a 4. Wow. And it's now it was over 4.5 was plus 100. Now it's minus 110. So money going in on the over. Andrew Jameson says, Jimmy, should I pound sale? We're going to get into all these games. We're going to have to move quick and get into it. So, but if I line shop here at SBR odds, they are hanging a 4 here at Heritage. Now, let me just make sure that's a clean line because the money's definitely going to the over. Yes, a 4 at minus 125 at Heritage. So I will take that. Unfortunately, I won't make the bet. I just don't think that the 4. I really want the 4 here, not the 4.5. So I will make it an official pick because I have the opportunity, ability to line shop at SBR odds, and so I will take it. I will take, and that's Heritage's line, right? Let's give them a shout out. Heritage giving me the over 4 at minus 125, and I am on it. First 5 over 4 at minus 125. Now let's get into this game. Game time, temp 67 Fahrenheit, and the wind blowing in at 9 miles per hour. Pirates have lost 6 straight series in 4 of their last 6 games. The Cubs have won 10 of 12. The Cubs are looking good. Shout out to Tomorino Tomor, who got me on this Cubs to win the division a little while ago. I know the Brewers gave us a slight scare. I just don't think the Brewers offense is enough, and I think this is a battle-hardened Cubs squad that will win this Central Division. They've won 4 straight series and 5 of their last 6 series. Now it's cool. Up against Montgomery. I don't know what you guys think of Montgomery, and I'm going to do my best to work with this chat because I do know for certain that it's the chat that's making people money. And, our breakdowns and analysis help, but it's all these cappers working together, and I know that for certainty. Rojo Flo is on Cubs team total over 4. Wow. That might be a great play. Ziggy Ball says, my pick is Cubs. Cool, not good versus the Cubs. And Tomer's on the first 5 over 4.5. Both teams just saw these pitchers. Pirates hit lefties and just saw Montgomery. I think they will hit him here. Wow, I think this team total would be the spot. That's a great call. And who gave me that call just now? Rojo Flo gave me that. Okay, I'm going to keep breaking down this game, but I'm going to take that note. I might add that on right now. Cool, 4-3, 3.86 ERA, 1.32 whip through 67 2/3, 63 Ks, 25 walks, has allowed 12 homers, 1-5 with a 7.02 ERA and 7 career starts versus the Cubs. Montgomery 1-1, 3.89 ERA, 1.14 whip. I still think that those are better numbers than he will have long-term if he stays in the starting rotation. But he is 2-0 with a 2.53 ERA in 2 starts against the Pirates, but the Pirates smashed lefties. Even though the Pirates offense has been a little questionable, it did seem to wake up. Obviously, it woke up in this Dodger series, but it is a little questionable. 259, 787 OPS. Cubs are hitting 264, 775. Very impressive. Okay, let's see. Native Queen has spoken. She's on the Cubs. Team total over 4 too. Melvin Morel on the Pirates Cubs over. A lot of people on the over. Cubs full game over 8. Haven't failed me yet, Mally Mal says. Okay, likes the over 8 there as well. Mally Mal, Cubs. Wow, okay. Oh, Native Queen. I missed that. Cubs no score in first. Cubs score in... Oh, sorry. Okay, Cubs no score in first. Cubs score first. Cubs first 5 money line and -0.5. Cubs first 5 team total over 2. And Cubs game. Wow, Native Queen going all in on those Cubs. Scotty Rock agreeing, saying they just saw Cool a few games ago. He's going to get touched. Okay, great work, everybody. Great work, team. Let's see what I can get now. Let's see, team totals down here. Now, this is with my book, 4.5 plus 110. Damn. God, line shopping is just imperative, and it's just holding me back. Now, let's see what Pinnacle's offering up for team totals. Cubs team total over 4 at -23. I mean, that's what I'm looking for. That's what I want. over 4 at minus 123. Okay, I'm going to take the Cubs team total over 4 at minus 123. Team total over 4, minus 123. And then I'm going to have to get my bet in. And this game starts at the... Okay. God, is that what? Sorry, guys. A little slow here. I wish I had Pistol Pete to help me line shop. I do not. Game starts at 11:20. Okay, I'm going to want to lock that in. But, man, I don't like that 4.5. But why not take it? And I imagine that's what you guys are saying. Sorry, line shopping here. Salty Dog says, great show this morning. Jimmy, thanks for replying to me on Twitter last night. Salty Dog, I got you. I'm following you. Let's get that paper. Andrew Jameson says, sharps on Pitt. Interesting. D from Detroit says, anyone got a lean on Cubs total? A lot of people are liking that Cubs over. Okay. Okay, Kobe Valentine says, here late, but still here. One of my worst days last night. Will bounce back here. He is on Washington and over. Detroit money line saved his ass a bit. Okay, we're going to get that cash, Go. We're going to get that cash. Richard West says, take those Pirates, Jimmy. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Alex saying, rainy day, wind blowing in. Watch out over betters. Wow. Wow, and they're only offering me a 4.5. I don't like a 4.5. And when I was looking oh, the wind is blowing in. Yeah. Okay. Interesting. This is very interesting. Okay. I like the lines I'm getting line shopping. I don't like the lines I'm getting from my book. I like the first 5 over 4, and I like the Cubs team total over 4. I'm going to make those official picks here, and I don't like the 4.5. So I'm going to stick with that right now. I'm going to stick with those 2 plays, and I had not bet them. And unless my book changes this number, I'm not going to bet them. But they are official plays at that number. Now, I guess that doesn't make sense. If you don't like it enough for a half run more, you probably shouldn't be making the bet, and I can understand that ideology. But I've made them official picks here, and I'm hesitant to make them. So I'm going to keep an eye on my book. And Dom Ricci leading under for the game. Anthony L says, Cubs game should be a hard pass. Can't find an angle I think has value. My man Ed Rush says, I'm up $1,000 this week thanks to your help. Won my last 6 straight. Wow. That's you are being very sharp in what picks you are rolling with, Ed Rush. I think you deserve all the credit for that. Andrew Jameson ready to rock. Okay, I'm going to keep it like that. Legitimately, I have not made those bets yet, but they are official picks here. And the show should be done before 11:20, so I should be able to make those bets and tweet them out if I choose to. All right, that's the morning game. Let's keep rolling. Giants at Nationals. Andrew Suarez versus Steven Strasburg. Very interesting. Very, very interesting spot here. Game time temp, 82 Fahrenheit, wind blowing out over left field. Giants have won 5 of 6, but they are 5-17 at Washington since the start of the 2011 season. This is not easy. Strasburg, Gonzalez, and Scherzer over the next 3 days. Suarez has looked bad this year, but he's coming off the best outing of the season. He just threw 3 hit, 7 shutout innings in a 2-0 win over the Phillies on June 2nd, 5 strikeouts and a walk. But he's 2-4, 4.74 ERA, but a 1.2 whip, 42 Ks and 43 2/3 and just 8 walks. So there is a reason. There is a reason why the Giants are keeping him out there. I mean, those are some nice numbers. My Michael Ervelina says, Jimmy, half runs make a huge difference. Don't trip, just keep your 4. Thank you, Michael Ervelina. You're right. I just want to be totally transparent with you guys when bets are being made and when they're just official picks. Because it's a very, very important thing. But thank you for the respect there, my man Michael. Okay, so Anthony L says, betting the Giants is throwing your money here. Let's just keep breaking this game down. Strasburg does not look like the Strasburg of old. Still a good pitcher, but is he a great pitcher still? That's questionable. 6-5, 3.20 ERA, 1.06 whip. Those are really good numbers. Don't get me wrong, but he just doesn't quite look as good as he did. 3-2, 3.32 ERA and 8 career starts versus the Giants. Did not look great in his last start against Atlanta. 4 runs, only 3 earned in 6 2/3. Buster Posey hits him hard, 9 for 21. He's had 2 days off, should be ready to rock. Crawford 5 for 15 against him, but McCutch is just 3 for 22 against him. Giants are hitting better than we all could have imagined. They're now 3rd in the league in batting average and very close to number 1. 263 with a 740 OPS, and that's batting average against lefties has improved now. 240, 709 versus lefties. So I don't have a play here I agree. Well, why don't we do some line shopping and see what people are thinking here? My man Alex, thank you for the shout out. Best fucking show out there. Thank you, Alex. It is because of these guys here. It is because of our chat. That's what makes us look. That's what makes us look so good. Andrew James says, Jimmy, you took a lot of shit for taking the Caps. You the man, bro. Andrew Jameson, I took a lot of shit not just jumping on Vegas. And the year-end totals are in. My final NHL season, I did get over the 20-unit plateau, over plus 20 units. If you had offered that to me at the beginning of the season, I may have said yes. But considering that I was up over 42 units at one point, it's disappointing. I just want us to win so bad and make our lives better so bad. And but we saw some people shine, and we didn't really get. We saw Brent Brooks come out and be just an all-star hockey handicapper. We saw a lot of guys jump up. Kevy K, a lot of very special hockey handicappers that we're working with. And I expect us next year. I want 50 units. I want 50 units on this show very, very badly. Okay. Dom Ricci says, Giants on the road, different team. Okay, let's see. Dom Ricci says, San Fran numbers are all home numbers. This is very, very important points. But Sean Thompson says, Strasburg will get touched. My man SBR Forum, that's Drew from the SBR Forum. Great capper and great guy to have. Thank you for, yes, he's right. The chat rules. Okay, Triple Beams. Oh, man, yeah, I lost some ninth inning losses. I'm sorry you hit that. Hail to the Victors had Caps, $100 on Caps -1.5. I believe that was like 3 plus 330. Incredible work. Absolutely incredible work. Dom Ricci's on the Nats over team total and run line. Rojo flows on San Francisco, Washington over 7.5. My man Nighthawk says McCutch is not clutch anymore. But Hail to the Victor says over all day here. Marco Lou says this is a line you would see if the Yankees are playing against Boston with Sale on the mound or something. Man, Grabica Mex in the house helping us. Tomor says the Giants lineup is not good with Belt out. Strasburg isn't elite right now. I would bet Washington at -200, but I only look at Washington here. Suarez has struggled versus right-handed hitters. This is very, very good stuff, man. What a great group of cappers we run with. Okay, Alex says Nats, San Francisco over 7.5 is the play. Wow. And thank you. Oh, wow. And he hit with the Pirates first 5 money line. BC Reviews _51 says, love the show. BC Reviews, thank you, man. It's a team effort here. And look, Twatty Latte made it out of the garbage can to join us. What a treat. Hope your foreskin is okay, pal. Okay, I'm very interested in this over, but I'm not going to make it yet, and I'm going to need more study. But clearly, the cappers here believe that's the play, and it certainly might be. Tomor made a great point about Suarez not being good against right-handed hitters, and interesting. Okay, Dom Ricci says I'm leaning over now. Maybe do the triple up. Very interesting. Nostratoda says a lot of good arms towing the slab today. Unders look nice. Milo Georgiev says my last NHL winning streak. Nice. Wow. 52-17. Great work, Milo. Get that paper. Okay, so a lot of people on the overs there. I find that very interesting. And I made notes, and I will work on this in the afternoon show. Okay, Brewers at Phillies. Chacin versus Vince Velasquez. Very interesting. My man Nostra believing in this Philly squad. I saw some of his, we're in a couple Twitter groups together, and he really believes in this Philly squad. I don't want to just go out and tell, the world his bets until he does. I don't know if he has, but he believes in this Philly squad and getting huge numbers on their futures. Grabica Beck says, no MMA, Jimmy. Yes, MMA will be on the afternoon show. We will have MMA. Don't you worry. Even without Andreas Hale and Pistol Pete, although we're hoping to get some Pistol Pete glory, we're hoping. Even without them, we have some of the best guys that we have in our chat that are going to give us some information, and we'll work together and do our best with the card. Chacin versus Velasquez. Brooke Jordan already saying on the Brewers. Interesting. And Anthony Al, Phillies first 5 and the under here. Ziggy Balls leans Brewers. Very interesting. Milo Georgiev said, Jimmy, take Chris Sale -1.5. I will definitely take a look at that. We'll hammer that game. Sean Thompson on the Brewers money line. Hail to the Victors on the Brewers money line. Best of Detroit. Best of Detroit's back with us. Wonderful to have you back. You're a great guy. And says Philadelphia low-hanging fruit. So, wow. Wow. Ziggy Ball says, Jimmy, which group are you a part of on Twitter? I will let you know. I don't know if they want that information out right now, Ziggy Balls, but I will let you know as we follow each other on Twitter. I'll give you a private message on that. Bill Butler says, I'll have the best MMA picks in the evening show. I am looking forward to seeing them. Bill, I'm looking forward to seeing them. Anthony L says, Shaseen regression candidate has over. And Bill Butler, feel free to if you want, because I know my man Clint and Amarak has sent me some goods to break down on the show. If you want to, on the late show, if you want to do that as well, we need all our top UFC cappers working together here. Okay, game time, temp 79 Fahrenheit. Brewers have lost 5 of 7. Their offense is struggling. They've averaged just 2.3 runs over those last 7 games. Phillies are coming home after a tough 3-7 road trip. Being gone on the road for 10 games, it's not easy on your first game back. This is not a perfect situation for them by any means. Shaseen threw 5 2/3 scoreless innings against the White Sox in his last start. He's given up 2 earned runs or less in 5 of his last 6. 4-1, 3.39 ERA, 1.28 WHIP on the season. Those numbers are getting better and better after each start. He had a bad start. And he's very good against these Phillies. 2.13 ERA, 0.97 WHIP in his career versus the Phillies. Jim Bean says Rob Ford wins new Premier of Ontario. Yeah, you know what? The best part about this show is we stick our head in the sands and don't bother with politics. Focus only on the capping. So no comment. Velasquez, 4-6, 3.82 ERA, 1.29 WHIP through 63 2/3, 79 Ks, 22 walks, struck out 9, gave up 1 run and 5 hits, and 6 1/3 against the Giants last Saturday. No Stratoda, another guy who believes in Velasquez, and I was someone who was not believing in him earlier in the year. He is pitching better than I expected him to. 2.14 ERA, 12 Ks per 9 in his last 6 starts. Phillies offense has been very disappointing, especially for the Phillies backers the last couple of days. I was one of them. 231 batting average, 697 OPS, going down, and they don't seem to be getting the big hits when they need them. I know Rhys Hoskins is out of the lineup, but they're just not getting enough offense. Brewers are hitting 246 with a 719 OPS. I'm off this spot today. But Normal Nation coming in with a horseplay. Normal Nation knows his horses. Normal Nation's dad owned horses. Grandpa owned horses. You follow Normal Nation when he's got horse plays. Okay. Let's see. Tomor talking about the offense for the Phillies. Teams have figured out Herrera, Phillies' best player, and Hoskins is out. I don't trust the Phillies, even though Shaseen isn't good against lefties, and Philly has a lot of decent lefty bats. Don Ricci says Brewers do play well on the road. Barsaman, under his 25-6 in Brewers' last 31 road teams, there's a team with a winning record. Wow. Barsaman, great stuff. Interesting. This is tough, man. This is a tough spot, and I'm not going to make a play at it yet. And not sure what to do. Some people getting into politics, and I'm very thankful that Pete and I stick our heads in the sand and focus on the capping. Don Ricci, another very interesting stat. Brewers 3-5 after a day off. A couple people here on the under, and I think that might be the spot. I think that might be the play, but I'm not going to lock it in yet. I'm just going to put a couple asterisks and questions. I think that the more I listen to this chat, the faster I will get out of this hole that I've dug myself. I really believe in you guys. Okay, let's keep rolling. Tomar says, Braves aren't free-falling at all. They are tied for first place. Yes, but that Nationals for the division that you got me on is a wonderful spot. Plus 130. I like it. Okay. Sean Thompson says, Philly will let you down. Ziggy Ball says, I don't like politics. Well, you don't need to worry. You're in the right place, Ziggy. Okay, Orioles at Jays. Oh, Molly Mall saying, how do you unblock someone? I don't know how this works. I don't know. I'm not good with this stuff, so I don't know. But I'm sure someone here on the chat can help you. Wolverines says, yes, under 8 milli, Philly. I think that may be the play. And it wasn't jumping out at me in the morning, and I think I may add that on. Thanks to you guys. Okay, let's keep rolling. Brisk pace, tons of games. Orioles at Jays. Cashner versus Hap. My God, did the Orioles feed my drink hole? Just gave me a tonsil splashing that I didn't want. Oh, man. So that's back-to-back days. So I'm up units in the 2 days that Pete's been gone, barely. But I've lost with the Phillies as a dog and the Orioles as a dog with leads in the 9th inning, and I could be doing better, but that's okay. Let's not get into it. Jim Bean says the Jays 10, Orioles 3. Let's talk about this game. Roof should be open. I'm expecting it to, if anybody knows. Kevin K says, we on over in the Cubs. I missed. It's a tough call, Kevin K. A lot of back and forth. Line shopping, I got some nice spots on the first 5 over 4 and the team total over 4 on the Cubs. But I can't get that at my book, and I'm not betting it at this point. Okay, Kashner, Hap. Wind is blowing out sideways very lightly. Last night's come from behind win was only the second win in their past 12 home games for the Jays, but they may get Donaldson back, although Donaldson has not been hitting well this year. Kashner, 2-7, 5.02 ERA, 1.67 whip through 66 in the third, 58 Ks, 32 walks. Does not look good, but he has been good against these Jays. Held the Blue Jays to 4 hits, 3 walks, no runs, striking out 6 over 7 innings in a no decision at Camden on April 10th. Kashner 1-0 with a 1.80 ERA and 3 career starts. Hap has looked good this year. 7-3, 4.08 ERA, 1.13 whip. Was the winning pitcher on April 9th when he shut down these Orioles. But he's 5-6 with a 3.33 ERA. That's nice in 16 career games against them. Orioles are hitting just 238, 684 OPS versus lefties. Jays are 226, 707 OPS. Let's see. Nostratoda says Orioles or nothing. Kobe says Jays have the worst record over the past 35 games. Barsaman, again, giving us these great stats. Unders 14-2. Last 16 meetings in Toronto. Jesus, did not know that. Dan Monaco thinking the Subway series that's starting is DeGrom will lose 1-0. I can't wait to talk about that game. Jackie says Peter Loshak and the bag for president and vice president. I would gladly be Pistol Pete's vice president. Triple Beam says Orioles mentally fragile. They're all fucking scared, waiting around to lose. Ridiculous. That was very bothersome. Very, very bothersome. Alex says sounds like what the Rockies did to me. Bag. I hear you, but I had the Reds, so I guess it'll even out in the end. Oh, Shatter McDabbin is back. Shatter McDabbin is back in action. Says been a couple weeks, but finally got a day off. Joined my favorite chat box on the whole internet. Love this chat. Glad to be a part of it. We are glad to have you, Shatter McDabbin. Okay. I'm going to not make a move on this game here. I don't want to take the Jays. I don't want to fade Hap with this lineup. I do think Kashner can pitch well against the Jays. I think Nostra's right. I think this is almost a Baltimore and nothing. Alex says under in Baltimore, Toronto. I don't know if we've been going to the well too many times with that spot. It does make sense, though. Does make sense. Let's see what we get line shopping here on the total. Full game on the total at SBR odds. Let's see. Baltimore, Toronto, 8.5s. 8.5s. 8.5 minus 115 at UWager. We have low baggers hitting the link at the bottom of our page for UWager. UWager getting a lot of great responses from our low baggers. And one of our guys asked for a payout, got paid out 3 hours later. If you're interested in UWager, please hit the link at the bottom of the screen. They are being good to us. Okay. I guess I would lean under, but I don't know if I would make that move. But that would be a lean. I'm writing it here for more study in the afternoon show. Okay, let's keep rocking. White Sox, Red Sox. Dylan Covey versus Chris Sale. We already had our boy say that to take these Red Sox minus 1.5. Let's get back to that comment so I can give him a proper shout out. He was hitting very, very, very hard in NHL and said this was a great play. Milo, my man Milo, loving Chris Sale minus 1.5. And that's very, 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 very interesting. Wow. Looks like we got $1,000. Okay. We're not supposed to encourage that here just because of the that first bet that was made on our chat where I believe, I don't want to say names, but one person didn't pay another person, and we have no way of enforcing it. Although it's very, very exciting stuff, and I'd like to learn more about it. I can't glorify that right now, which that is sad to me because I would love to glorify the shit out of it. White Sox, Red Sox, Covey, Sale. Game time temp 75 Fahrenheit. Wind blowing sideways across the diamond. White Sox coming off splitting a 4-game series at Minnesota. I have a feeling that we can start getting some value with these White Sox. I don't know if against Chris Sale is the spot we want to do that. White Sox are only hitting 223 with a 688 OPS versus lefties. Red Sox are hitting 267, 800 OPS overall. They are just hammering righties. Sorry, my man Clark Kent saying... Oh, man, sweet. I would love to. Clark Kent says, hey, the bag. Can you give a shout out to my girlfriend? She's been on bed rest for 2 days straight, has been listening to you, and loves you now. Wow. Clark Kent, you are a lucky, lucky man to have an incredible woman like that who will cap with you. Lock her down, take good care of her, and live happily ever after, and get that guac. Get that cash. So shout out to my man Clark Kent's girlfriend. You guys sound like a great couple, and I have a ton. Oh, her name is Catherine. Shout out to Catherine. Man, I have not met you, but just judging by the man that you run with, Catherine, I think you guys have a real wonderful future together. And Flipper13 talking about Pete's foreskin. It did come up a lot yesterday. Okay, let's keep rolling. Jim Bean says White Sox win outright. Now that's a ballsy move. Not applicable says can't bet against Boston. Milo, shout out to you. It's you guys that make this show special. Yeah, see the low bag chatters giving shouts out to Catherine. We want you to get better fast, but it's an honor to have you in our chat. Okay. Sox versus Sox, Yankees, or New York versus New York. Great day for baseball. Kevin K says yes. Milo says Red Sox are 40-12 in the last 52 versus a team with a winning percentage below 500. Thus, if they win their 41st today, it will match number 41, Chris Sale. Ooh. That's a very interesting stuff, Milo. And Dom Ricci trying to get Catherine's play of the day. Nothing wrong with that. Catherine, if you have a play of the day, we'd be very interested. Kyle Jack says overs in Boston. Oh, and Dat Fire agreeing says upset alert, White Sox all day. Wow. This is very interesting stuff. I will have to leave more notes from this very, very strong. Oh, Alex believing that Catherine should be president, the next president. I think you're in the right place, Alex. I agree with that wholeheartedly. Even though I haven't met her, I would vote for her. Nostra says, line got streamed, but DeGrom at this price is an auto bet. I think you might be right, and I can't wait to get to that game, but we're going to keep going in order. Wow, I think Nostra might be right. Okay, let's move on. Indians, Tigers, Bauer, Fulmer. Got to keep a brisk pace. Game time temp, 78 Fahrenheit. Wind is blowing in at 8 miles per hour. Tigers have lost 5 of 7 to the Indians so far this year, and this Indians team has been this giant favorite to win the division, but the Tigers keep knocking on the door, and I don't know how much longer they'll be able to do that. Bauer, 4-4, 2.77 ERA, 1.17 whip through 78 innings, 97 Ks, 28 walks. 6-5 with a 6.48 ERA against Detroit. I wonder if he's just a different pitcher now. I've always questioned Bauer's mental acuity. I've always questioned the kind of guy he is. He gets in these Twitter battles all the time. I've always questioned his character, and I wonder, even here, Alex coming in says, Tigers, lots of value. But in saying that 6.48, the reason why I'm saying maybe we should put a line through that, he has looked very good against them this year. Held them to 2 runs, 7 strikeouts, 7 innings at Cleveland April 12th. Dominated them at Comerica Park May 16th. 8 shutout innings while striking out 10. Posted 24 Ks in his last 2 starts. Bauer's got some filthy stuff. Fulmer, 2-5, 4.72 ERA, 1.37 whip. We've been on his regression. Something's wrong with him. He's hurting. They talked a lot about the offseason surgery. Something's not going right. The arm seems to get tired as he goes through. I've always been a big fan of his, but man, does he look susceptible. He got rocked by the Indians on April 12th, shortest start of the season. Gave up 9 runs in 3 innings. Only 6 of them were earned. He does not look good. Has allowed at least 4 earned runs in 4 of his last 6 starts. 6 career outings versus Cleveland, 7.31 ERA. Ramirez homered twice off him in 10 at-bats. Ramirez is looking nasty right now. Indians hitting 253 with a 764 OPS. Tigers, 254, 719 OPS. Let's see what you have to say. Barsaman, over 11-2 in Bauer's last 13 starts versus Tigers. I only am wondering if he's just a different pitcher now. Scotty Rock Forever says, multitasking at its finest right here. In my car, grabbing breakfast for my work crew, watching the show in my car. Cap'n never sleeps. Respect, Scotty Rock. Very excited to hear what you have to say about this basketball game this evening. Josef Tucker, my man, Josef Tucker in the house. Great to have him. Says, DeGrom is going to throw the game. He wants to come back to the Bronx. Wow, but we know Josef Tucker is a big Yankees fan. Not applicable leans Cleveland. Dan Monaco says Detroit plus 169 over Cleveland. I get it. Oh, but Jim Bean says easy play Indians run line here. Alex saying the Tigers have a lot of value. This is a tough spot. This is a tough spot. I don't have a play on it. Brad Summersell says Indians and Tigers over looks good. I really think that the way for me to have the turning point in my season that I need is to listen. Listen to you cappers and work together. That's why I only am making plays coming in on the ones that I'm really believing in, and then I will hammer them this afternoon with more study. Okay, Jay Ryan says, I think my video is lagging or something. I hope that it's not happening to everybody. I hope everybody's good. Okay, let's keep running. Sean Robertson back in action with us. Had a big night last night. A lot of you guys did, and it was great to see. Okay, so let's move on. I do not have a play, but people are leaning towards the over. Detroit has value, but do the Indians have their number? Von Polo says, when is the Belmont video coming out? I'm dying to find out. Thank you for being interested in it, my man, Von Polo. It's uploading right now as we speak, so as soon as this show's over, I bet you it's ready to rock. Okay, here's a spot I do have plays on. I'm even tripling up. I know I'm not going to buy into that poison about the tripling up that's affected Pete and I. I don't agree with that. I don't believe in luck, and I don't believe in all that bullshit that comes along with this. I just believe in capping, and sometimes plays are going to go your way, sometimes they're not. So let's check this out. Cardinals. I do not believe in Matt Harvey at all. Cardinals, team total over. First 5 minus a half and full game run line. I know Luke Weaver doesn't look great, but I do not believe in Matt Harvey. Game time temp 80 Fahrenheit. Wind is blowing in, but very softly. Cards have lost 8 of 14. Haven't won more than 2 games in a row since taking 5 straight May 1st to 6. Cards are 7-0 against the Reds this season. Swept a 4-game series, Great America Park, and then swept them at Busch Stadium. Reds are coming off that 13th inning walk-off, so they have a bit of a good feeling. Weaver, 3-5, 4.12 ERA, 1.23 WHIP through 63 and a third. Only won once in his last 9 starts, but he's had success against most of these Reds. Jeanette, 3 for 8. Peraza, 1 for 8. Votto and Duvall, 1 for 7. I just don't believe in Harvey. Milo Georgiev says, Jimmy bet the same amount in every game. I do. I'm making 3 different bets on this game. Milo, I bet the same amount on every game. I'm just making 3 different bets. Okay, let's keep going. Harvey, 1-4, 5.79 ERA, 1.42 WHIP. 0-2. But with a 2.05 ERA in 4 career games against St. Louis. But I just don't trust him. Being roughed up a bit in his last 2 starts. 8 earned runs in his last 10 and a third. Jim Bean says, be careful with this. Listen, Kevy K says, Weaver numbers lie. He's better than his numbers. I agree with that. I have him in the baseball pool. Listen, I get it. Freeman Laverne saying, Jimmy fade St. Louis. I just don't believe in Matt Harvey, and I'm going for a score here. And I can understand why you guys would be worried about me. I'm not having a good season in MLB right now, but I'm going for it. King About Business, King Ooh, says Harvey being really struggling against left-handed hitters, giving up 8 home runs against lefties with a 300-plus average. A lot of public money on the Reds, says Kyle Jack. I've seen that line change. And Freeman Laverne says Cincinnati play of the day. Eric Nisbet says Harvey's done for. Stick a fork in him. Wow. Okay. Obviously, I don't want to go against Freeman Laverne. Obviously, that scares me. But I've made a capping decision, and I'm going to follow through with it. So let's start getting it. So Cardinals team total. Let's see what I get here. Cardinals. Let's see where Cardinals. Here we go. Team total over 5 at -104. Oh, love that. Let's see what I get here. Bet 365. Cardinals. Sorry, guys. I know we need to keep a brisk pace, as my man Pete would say. Over 5.5 at +115. Well, I'll definitely take the 5. Okay. Over 5 -104 at Pinnacle is the team total. Over 5 -104 at Penny. Okay, first 5 minus a half run. Let's get to it here. -120. God, that's not great. It's not great. Sorry, guys. Trying to do quick line shopping without my partner in crime. And let's see what they're giving it here. Okay, I'll take it. First 5, -5, and -120. And then full game run line. Let's do some line shopping at SBR. Frank Alexander giving a shout out to that Detroit first 5 pick. Yeah, it's first 5 with a dog, and they're up 5-0 after the first half of an inning. Feels real good. That's why Tech talking about the brisk pace. Well, I know that we got a huge schedule and so much to talk about today. Okay, quickly. Oh, sorry, that's not line shopping. That's Pinnacle. Okay, line shopping here at SBR odds for the best line I can get on the Cardinals run line here. STL. Pinnacle offering a +116. Let's see what our friends at UWager a +115. As I mentioned earlier, check them out. Check out the link at the bottom of the show. Heritage a +120 looks like the best I'm getting. Heritage at +120, -1.5. I'm on it. Cards -1.5, +120. The vaunted triple up. Okay, let's keep rolling. Yankees at Mets. We're finally here. Yankees at Mets. We are finally here. Let's do it. Game time, 1077 Fahrenheit. Wind blowing out over left center. Tanaka versus DeGrom. Mets have lost first 6 games of their homestand, scoring a total of 7 runs while doing it. I think Tanaka is susceptible. And DeGrom is pitching incredible. Mets have been particularly inept on offense over the last 18 games. 5-13. Starting pitchers posting a 2.36 ERA over that span. Yanks are 8-10. 8 out of their last 10. Yanks are 66-4-6 against the Mets since in regular season action, and also beat the Mets in 5 games in that World Series. Preving says, is anybody taking the Mets? And Anthony else on the Mets first 5, I think that's got to be the play. DeGrom is pitching lights out, and I just feel like Tanaka is susceptible, even without Cespedes in the lineup. Let's see what Tomor has to say. He says, Mets have the better starting pitcher. That's it. Yankees see a lot of pitches. DeGrom can't go the distance. I think Yanks get to the bullpen. I agree. Kyle Jack says Yankees roll. But if they roll, don't you think they'll roll late? Melee Payless Way on Yankees run line, Yankees second half. Joseph Tucker, Yanks money line, full game over, no score in the first. King Art says the Mets can't hit, but don't you think that we're getting a huge amount of value? Let's check it out. Let's check it out right now. What will we get first 5 money line on these Mets? Because I know it's likely the Mets do nothing offensively, but DeGrom is pitching better than I've ever seen him pitch. Oh, wow. This line is not good. Oh, my gosh. Wow. The Mets are the favorite first 5? Oh, you got to be kidding me. Oh, that's nuts. I can't take that. Triple Beam says, Jimmy, you should take the Yanks second half in Pete's absence. I probably should. But I can't take that. That just doesn't make sense to me. I don't know what you guys think, but I was certain I'd be getting a dog line. That makes no sense to me. I was certain I'd be getting a dog line. Normal Nation says the Mets couldn't hit the ball if Jimmy was pitching. That's right. Man, my shoulder's screwed from a hockey injury, and I throw very softly, and it's heartbreaking. Well, I can't do that. I thought I was going to be getting a plus line. I'm not getting it. I think it's going to be a great game, and we'll have to hammer this more in the late show. Marco Lu says DeGrom is the fave, so first 5, the Mets is the fave. Yeah, I didn't really take a good look at the line. I just figured. Elio Rodriguez says I think Yankees is the value play. I guess you're right. Okay, let's keep moving because time is a factor. There, I didn't say brisk pace. Okay, Padres at Marlins. Eric Lauer versus Caleb Smith. And now I know we can talk about this Yankees-Mets game nonstop, and you guys feel free to continue to do that, but I just feel like Alex saying the under is the play. I don't trust Tanaka. Okay, Padres, Marlins, Lauer versus Caleb Smith. I already saw Kobe mention that he doesn't like taking the Marlins as a favorite. And, wow. I do something that's different from Pete, where Pete caps the games that have overnight lines because, he's been in this game, so he knows where he sees value. But I cap the games. I cap all the games. And I try to cap the games first and guess what the line is and then see if I'm getting value. Let's see what we're getting here with the Florida spot. Miami spot. Miami, San Diego. Wow. Miami, a big favorite. How can you take Miami as a big favorite. Rojo Flo says Marlins just touched Lauer recently. Let's break this game down. Padres are starting to play some good ball. Bullpen 3.29 ERA, 7th in the majors. They're 19 and 15 since May 1st. Lauer is 2 and 3, 6.82 ERA, 1.98 WHIP through 34 and a third, 32 K, 17 walks. Coming off a good performance against the Cincinnati Reds. 1 run in 5 innings. And the Reds hit lefties. So that's not bad. But the Padres are just 2 and 6 when he starts. Caleb Smith, 4 and 6, 4.03 ERA, 74 Ks and 60 and a third. He's impressive. He's gone 4 and 3 with a 3.03 ERA in his past 7 starts, averaging 11 strikeouts per 9, which is 11th best. But 4.2 walks per 9, which is 11th worst in the majors. Padres 233, 707 OPS versus lefties. Marlins 240, 686 OPS versus lefties. Homer says both teams hit lefties decently. I'd lean Marlins, but not as favorites. San Diego bullpen much better. Shatter McDabbin says love the over here. Jared Schrader, I would lean over. Carlos Coles, more Marlins over. Very, very interesting. Kevin K says Caleb has value. Jim Bean says Padres pitcher is absolutely trash. Anthony L saying Padres Marlins is exciting as a root canal. Okay, we can move on. Young Vaughn says fade the Padres, but truly, I do not believe in this taking the Marlins as a favorite thing. I think that's a smart thing to say. Okay, not applicable says crap pitching, who wins? And Tomar says betting the Marlins is a favorite won't make you money long term. Very salient points. Okay, Mariners at Rays. Gonzalez versus Font. I did not go with my lean. Did not take the Mariners yesterday, and they won. Although the Rays put up 3 runs late, thanks to old Johnny Fields' late double. I wish I had of, and I'm going to do it here. I realize I've seen the late money coming in on the Rays, and it's hard to understand. Let's get to it. Seattle, quick little line shopping here at SBRodds.com. Gonzalez is a decent first half favorite, and full game. Gonzalez has been pitching lights out. We'll break them down. Yeah, all this late. The Rays open at plus 125 dogs, and they're all the way down to plus 104 at Bet Online. Wow, unbelievable. I really think that Gonzalez is turning into the ace. Well, maybe ace is a little much. A really good pitcher that I expected him to be. Gonzaga. Played at Gonzaga. I always have a soft spot for those guys. And he's a two-way player there. He won the John Olerud Award there. And I like him a lot. And I've been saying that this year, and now he's finally looking very good. Rojo Flo says Font's only pitching maybe 1 inning before giving away to the bullpen. That is true. Dan Kelly, brisk pace. Everyone, check me out the bit to talk hoops and horses. You're absolutely right. Okay, so I'm on the Mariners here. I'm doubling up. First 5, full game. Tampa's lost 7 straight. Only led once in those 7 games. Scored just 16 runs over that span. Seattle's gotten 4 straight dominating starts from Gonzalez. Faced the Rays in Seattle last weekend and shut them down. I think he can do that again. The Rays are Font's 3rd team this season. He has a much better ERA on this team. Overall this season, not very good. 8.53, 1.82 whip, but better now. Font has had extended relief work this season, so he can go a little bit further. He had 74 pitches, 1 outing for the Dodgers, 72 and 1 for the A's, but the Rays have not let him go more than 40. Rays are hitting 253, 729 OPS versus lefties. Mariners are hitting 257, 737 OPS. I like this spot. And I'm going to take it. I'm going to take Mariners first 5 and full game. Line shopping for the Mariners. Let's see what I get. Minus 114 here at Pinnacle. Our friends at UWager, minus 115. Another minus 114 at Bet Online. Okay, I'll take it. Full game, minus 114 on it. And then Mariners first 5. Quickly line shopping here at SBR Odds. Seattle Mariners, first 5, minus 120 seems to be the market. And I will take it. First 5, minus 120. And Marco Gonzalez, I trust. Let's keep rolling. I like the Astros, obviously, over Fister, but he seems to pitch the Astros well. He used to play for them. I like the Astros here on the run line. Game time temp 92 Fahrenheit. Winds blowing in strongly, but we know that doesn't matter as much. in Arlington. Sounds like Correa will stay out of the lineup for a little while longer, dealing with soreness in his right side, but unlikely to go to the DL. Verlander's been an absolute monster. We got to go quickly, so I'm not going to get too deep into this, but he's been an absolute monster. And he's always pitched the Rangers tough. Fister 1-6, 4.13 ERA, 1.38 WHIP. Former Astro 2-2, 3.34 ERA over 5 career starts for Houston. That's impressive, but the Texas is just 4-7 in his last 11 starts. I'm going to take it here on the run line. Shadow McDabbin says Astros run line all day. Let's see what we'd be getting. Full game. Do some quick line shopping here. Point spreads on Houston. Verlander, okay, minus 118 at Pinnacle. That's the best I can get, and I will take it. Astros, minus 1.5, minus 118 at Penny. Okay. Okay, let's keep rolling. Rob Portuando also on the Astros run line. Skooma Steve says, what's the Stros team total over at? We can take a quick look for you here at Penny. And Astros team total over 5.5 at plus 103 there. That does not look as appealing. Scotty Rock Forever on the A's Astros run line parlay. Okay, I'm done there. We got to keep rolling. Now, we're not going to have a ton of time. And how many games we have? 1, 2, 3, 4 left. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so let's go through it really fast. Here, Angels at Twins, Richards versus Lance Lynn. I like the way both of these pitchers are looking right now. I don't have a play on this game. Simmons is on the DL after the ankle sprain while walking into the clubhouse. And Pujols expected to be back after getting 3 days to rest his left knee. Richards 4-4, 3.25 ERA, 1.23 WHIP. Last out, he held the Rangers to an unearned run over a season-high 7 innings. Dom Ricci talking about the Coors Fade. The Coors Fade is tricky here. And wow, Molly Mall saying fade Houston, liking his spot. That's you're getting a nice juicy line there, Molly Mall, and no one will take him off of that. Okay, Angels first 5, both Anthony L. and Dave L.A. on Angels first 5. 2 great cappers that you want to be on the same side as. Richards looking good, been doing great work of late. Although he's just 1-3 in his last 6 starts, he has a 1.89 ERA and he's a 2.97 ERA in 6 career starts against the Twins. Lynn is looking better, and I've been saying that for a month now, that I expect him to get better. He's been battling a nagging blister. It's been bothering him all season. I think that's part of the reason he hasn't looked as good as expected. He's angry. He's pitching with a chip on his shoulder. He didn't take that qualifying offer. He had to settle for less money. He bet on himself and he lost. He's shown improvement over his last 6 outings, 3.34 ERA during that stretch. Gave up 4 runs on 8 hits to the Angels May 11th. Has a 7.59 ERA, 2 previous starts against the Angels. Angels are hitting 257.45. Antoine Seymour saying, let's talk about the late games later and keep it moving. Kevin K says, Lynn is due for a fade. I think you're right. I don't know what I'm going to do. I just want to quickly talk about this. Coors Field fade. I don't know where to go. It's a pretty much even money here. And Jim Bean says, love Arizona. Greinke versus Marquez. Rockies have lost 5 of 7. They've led in each of those defeats. Their bullpen is second last now in the National League with a 5.12 ERA. Current slide 2-5. The relievers are 0-5. 3 blown saves, 9.11 ERA. Diamondbacks were off Thursday, and they started their 6-game road trip by losing 2 of 3 in Frisco. 5-4, 10-inning loss. Wednesday, Goldschmidt started hitting, went 4 for 5. He's starting to hit, and that's a big deal. And they've just picked up John Jay. Kyle Jackson loving the Twins in that spot. And wow. Okay, Nostra's saying Rockies reverse run line plus 195, Jimmy. I wanted to hear what you had to say about that, Nostra, and I like it because I don't trust Greinke in this park. He's never pitched well here. He looked okay in his last start against the Marlins, but he has a 4.14 ERA in 10 games, or 9 starts, 10 games at Coors Field. Drew B says D-backs are getting their form back. Dave LA says D-backs bats come alive. Anthony L saying Greinke is Arizona's ace, due for positive regression. Tomar says Marquez can't pitch in Colorado. I was happy to hear what Nostra had to say. I'm not going to lock this in until the late show, but I will definitely be leaning in Nostra's direction. I just want a little bit more time to study this. Okay, so we have a couple late games that I had needed more time with. Royals Athletics. We got more stuff to talk about, so we're going to keep rolling. Royals Athletics, Junis versus Montas, and Brandon McCarthy versus Walker Buehler, Braves Dodgers. We will hammer those on the late show because we have too much to talk about. Unless anybody really wants to talk about either of those two games, say it now or forever hold your peace. I don't have plays on them yet, but I will. Daryl Lyles on Colorado first 5. Nice to see that. Kevin K says, Greinke's giving up serious hard contact. Expect Blackman and Arenado to crush the ball. Yes, I'm definitely leaning towards Nostra. I just don't want to make that bet immediately. I just want to spend a little time on it. And I do expect late money to go on the Diamondbacks. My man Clint says, what about D-backs Rockies over? They will smash each other similar to the Dodgers series. Wow, that's very interesting, Clint. I'm going to need more time. I'm really going to need more time. Not applicable on Oakland. Melee Payless Way on the Dodgers run line. Oh, I did make a bet, and I should actually make it official. You know what? I'll make it official on the late show because we got too much. But I did take the Dodgers to win the division yesterday at plus 210. I probably should have set that up for an official play here, and I didn't. So you know what? Let me do that quickly. I know, and then we'll move on. I want to make that an official play. So I'm just quickly going to the futures here and making this an official play right now to win the division. LA Dodgers. Down to plus 190 now. I'm making that an official. I don't know why I just made that bet and didn't. Okay, I'm taking the Dodgers to win the division with 1 unit. Plus 190, and I'm locking that in. Okay, you guys. It is time to move on to Game 4 of the NBA Finals. Let's talk NBA, and let's talk right now. I already have a play. As you guys know, I took the Warriors to sweep. Now it was after Game 2. I got plus 145 line shopping on the show. I got plus 125 here when I made the bet. Skooma Steve says 210 not bad, Jim. Yeah, and I wish I got it because plus 190 is a pain in the ass. I did bet $300, though. I did make it a unit and a half bet. I also think that if the Giants start playing out of their minds, it's going to be a very, very easy hedge. Okay, let's talk basketball. Dan Kelly, one of our sharpest guys. Native Queen coming in saying Cavs first quarter. Godmother coming in saying Golden State Warriors third quarter, and we will be talking about WNBA. Godmother, another great basketball capper. Dan Kelly says the last NBA game of the season tonight. There was a good chance that if the Cavs won the title of this series, won 7 games, that LeBron would stay in Cleveland, but now he will be calling the movers again. Interesting. Kevin K says Golden State Warriors minus 4.5. Bet your house. Elo Rodriguez says, yeah, Dan, the king is on the move. Shannon McDabbin, anyone on the Cavs to win the series at 50-1? NBA setting LeBron up for the greatest comeback of all time? No. And I didn't think that an expansion team would win the cup, and they almost did. Sean Thompson says, I like that, Jimmy. Q Wilson says, Bag needs an intern. I do desperately. And Native Queen's also on the Cavs first half. Melee Payless Way, Cavs first quarter. First half, Golden State third quarter, if close at the half again. Interesting. My man Lamia Syed says, Game 7 is not happening. Over with the Cavs. Overs with the Cavs going out in style. Ziggy Ball's leaning Cavs first half. Mally Mal leaning Cavs against the spread and under. It doesn't make sense for me to lose. I'm basically getting plus 125 on this game or plus 145 on the show. So I don't know. I think, you know what? I may double up on this. I will hope that late money comes in on the Cavaliers, and and it looks like that's happening. Wow, Pinnacle's already hanging a 4. Ooh! Pinnacle is already hanging a 4. Maybe I should just jump at that now. Wow, I did not expect the late money to be coming. But we just saw the late money come in. Oh, no, back to 4.5. Oh, but Intertop's hanging a 4. Wow, Intertop's hanging a 4. Minus 4 at 108. God, that sounds good to me. Najee Smith making a big bet. Ooh, 5 G's on Golden State minus 4. Yeah. Drew B says Warriors want to win at home Game 5. I don't know if they do. I think they just want to win. I'm going to... Milo believing in this. You know what? I like that. I like the minus 4. But yes, do you guys... Okay, let me ask you guys quick. Do you guys think that... Flipper 13 on Cavs first half plus 1.5, under 216, full game. Do you guys think that... What do you guys think about line movement in this game? I'm going to start breaking down this game, and I'd like to hear your guys what you think about line movement here. Last season, with a chance to clinch its second title in 3 years on Cleveland's home court, Cavs hit 24 threes, forced the Game 5. That was a much better Cleveland Cavaliers team than this one. This also feels like a more mature Warriors team. Maybe not better, but more mature. Curry can go 1 for 10 from 3, and the Warriors can still win. There are some very interesting quotes that I will get to, but let's just talk a little bit more. Durant averaging 31.7 points, 10.3 boards, 6.7 assists. He looks very good. I'm hesitant to jump back on Durant over just because he lit it up so much, but I'll take a look at the prop bet, and we'll do a lot of props betting on this light show because we'll have way more time. Cavs are 7-2 in elimination games since 2015. They've successfully faced down elimination 3 times already this season. I think we're asking for too much. I just think there's too big of a talent discrepancy. Not applicable coming in with this sweep. My man, Pink Eye Genie, spreading pink eye awareness, says KD and the team want the sweep. I agree. This is easy money, just like the Cap series. This is over tonight. Golden State rolls. Wait to get a better line, I think. Yeah, I think 3.5. I agree. Hail to the Victor says, line moved from 5 to 3.5 in game 3. Look what happened. My man Scotty Rock says, it's over. Monty Poole, who is a Warriors insider, said Dubs have locked locked in, very much want to sweep. Wow, I agree. And Kobe saying LeBron's been swept before, can easily happen again. I agree with all of this. All right, I like this. King Oo. Cavs team total over. Mally Mal got Cavs plus 5.5. I always think, if you can get it over 5, maybe, but those are dangerous lines because somebody can easily be a tied game, a 1-point game, and just with foul shooting, make it 6. Pink Eye Genie says this will be a blowout with LeBron on the bench in the fourth quarter. Wow, I don't know about that. Dan Kelly, I think the line movement will not be smart money. Too much going on in this game to make it predictable. Wow, that's very interesting. Golden State early, Cavs late, says Mally Mal. Wow. My name, Joseph Aquino says, sweeps are still very unlikely in the NBA playoffs, even for a dominant team. Hard to beat a team 4 straight. Feel like Cavs win this one. Interesting. Very interesting. Well, I've already got the plus 145 on the show and plus 125 with my action. And I'm going to wait. If the line moves, if they're all 4s across the board, I'll probably take it. But if it's 3.5, I'll jump. All right, that's what it is. This is very exciting. Danksy says, if you bet the last game based on line movement, you would have lost. What do you mean? No, you wouldn't have. Oh, sorry, of course. Sorry, I was thinking we were getting more value. You're absolutely right. Sorry, Danksy. I'm not thinking straight. Danksy said, if you bet the last game based on line movement, you would have lost because all the late money was coming on LeBron and the Cavs. I couldn't trust that line movement last game, so I took Golden State last game and they won. My reasoning being Golden State better team. I agree. And King Rail here, nice. As mentioned, I believe it was yesterday, but King Rail absolutely destroyed Game 3. Let's go over King Rail's bets that he swept the board with. He had Cavs first to 10, Cavs first to 20, Cavs first quarter money line, Cavs first half money line, and then the icing, the cherry, the glory, Warriors to cover the full game. Beautiful work. King Rail says Golden State first to 20. Wow. Largest lead over 16.5. Wow. LeBron over 57, and that's rebounds, points, and assists. Cavs money line and plus 4.5. Oh, shit. Wow, King. Wow. That's wild. Wild shit. Okay, let's go over King again. King Rail. Golden State first to 20. Largest lead over 16.5. LeBron over 57. Rebound, points, and assists. Cavs money line. Cavs plus 4.5. Have a blessed weekend. You too, King. My God, that's exciting. Oh, my God, that's exciting. And Kevin K saying, yeah, remember you saying Iggy out, hurts KD, now KD back. Great analysis. Thank you so much, Kev. Much love, my man. Hail to the Victors getting a LeBron triple-double. Wow, and so is Najee Smith on the LeBron triple-double. Wow, that's so exciting. WW train on Golden State at the half. Wow, I'm still rocked by King's picks. Wow, this is fun, man. This is fun. I don't want the NHL season ended. It's so sad. I don't want the NBA season to end. But they'll be back before we know it. Okay. Normal Nation, back on that same bet. That's dangerous, Normal Nation, but it worked very well for you. Taking the same parlay as you did last time. Cavs first half, Golden State full game parlay. Kobe Valentine thinking it's going to be a beatdown. Golden State alternative spread minus 9.5. Kobe, what line are you getting on that? I'd be very curious. Dave LA, Golden State first half, Cavs third quarter, and Cavs against the spread. Oh, shit. That is so exciting. Brooke Jordan says Warriors may want to win at home. And you might be right, Brooke. You might be right. I don't think so, though. I think they just want the series over and a sweep would be something. But yeah, I'm not, they may. Wow, this is so exciting. Okay, very, very exciting stuff. We got to keep rolling. But my God, Greg Snyder says, summer about to be real boring with just MLB. Luckily, we have the World Cup. No, Greg, not going to be boring here at the Loshak in the Bag show. We got the World Cup. We got Grade 1 steak races going on nonstop at Saratoga. And we're going to get that cake, baby. It's going to still be fun here. Oh, Q Wilson says, Pete spotted at Studio 54. Interesting stuff. Okay. This is exciting stuff. Okay, let's move on now to the Belmont Stakes. The Belmont Stakes, my God, been waiting for Bookmaker to hand out these head-to-head matchups, and they still haven't done it yet. So we're going to have to do the head-to-head matchups on the Late Show. But let me get out my notes here for the Belmont. I am sort of fading, I am sort of fading Justify. I'm definitely not taking Justify to win the race. I'm not making any solo bets. My man Dom Ricci went to Belmont yesterday. He's been giving me inside information on track conditions and weather. God damn, I love you, Dom Ricci, and I can't wait to run with you in Vegas. Dom Ricci says, check out Vino Rosso. I am on Vino Rosso. You get a price. You will. I'm expecting to get between 12 and 15 to 1 on Vino. Home Belmont favorite. Had a bad start in the Derby. Loves a faster track. Going to put him in exotics. So am I. Not applicable, said Pete found his foreskin. We know that. Dom Ricci on Vino Rosso. Okay, let's break this down. We've had a very successful first 2 jewels of the Triple Crown, and we're going for more glory. I promised my dad that I would never bet on the horse that won the first 2 jewels of the Triple Crown. I would fade him for the rest of my life, and I will continue to do that. I'm not making any single bets. Now, when we went over the last 10, and we can do this a little more on the Late Show, when we went over the last 10 Belmonts, 7 of the winners were between 3rd and 5th at the halfway mark. If we're doing just a pace trajectory, it's kind of simple here. We know that Justify is going to go out running. We also know that his Hall of Fame trainer, Bob Baffert, has brought out a rabbit, and a rabbit is a horse that's just going to set a fast pace and then be gone. And that is Restoring Hope. Restoring Hope, Baffert, who knows his horse better than anyone else, believes that with Restoring Hope being a rabbit, that Justify runs better with a target. He doesn't want Justify to go to the lead by himself. He wants a target, and that's going to be Restoring Hope. Now, Noble Indy. Noble Indy is a Pletcher horse. Now, Vino Rosso is a Pletcher horse, but Noble Indy is going to be putting pressure on Justify. That's Noble Indy's job. Now, when Creator won the Belmont in 2016, we saw the same thing. We saw Asmussen was worried. So the horses that come from the clouds have a very difficult time in this race because the pace is never fast, almost never fast. And the only way for a horse that comes from the clouds, like a Hofsburg, is to have a very fast pace, which is just doesn't happen in a 1.5 mile race. So in 2016, Asmussen brought in a horse named Gettysburg who had no chance in this race. All he was going to do was make Destin work. I was big on Destin in that race. Creator beat Destin by teeth, and I had Destin across the board, so it wasn't too bad, but I was about to have a huge score. Now that same thing's happening with Todd Pletcher. Todd Pletcher is a genius trainer, and what Pletcher does is he skips the Preakness almost always. He has a horse that runs in the Derby, skips the Preakness, and has him ready to go for the Belmont. That's what he's done with Vino Rosso. In saying that, let's do a quick pace projection. So we're going to have Noble Indy on the 9 post. He's going to be going as fast as possible to put pressure on Justify. Justify is going to be on the rail. And Belmont Stakes traditionally is a very nice spot being on the rail. There's often an advantage being on the rail, even though we know that it's not the best place to start. If Justify can get out, there's often a rail bias at this track. Also, thanks to Dom Ricci, and sorry I haven't been reading your comments, which I will real soon. Thanks to Dom Ricci, we know that it doesn't look like it's going to rain as much, and this Belmont track handles rain better than other tracks. So, quick pace projection. Okay, so Justify comes out of the first hole, and then Restoring Hope is going to be the target for Justify. Also, Restoring Hope is there in a nice spot at the 5th, so hopefully to make Noble Indy run real wide. Those 3 horses are going to take the lead. Then, who's going to be there ready to stalk the pace and the pounce? That will be Tenfold. Tenfold and Blended Citizen. Blended Citizen just won the Peter Pan Stakes. In 2014, Tonalist won the Peter Pan Stakes, and then won the Belmont. I'm not saying that Blended Citizen is a good enough horse to do that, but his Brisnet speed rating last race, 98, was the fastest of any of these horses last speed rating. And talking about red flags, you don't want to bet on a horse who has a worse speed rating in the Preakness than he does in the Derby, and that sadly is Justified. Now, Justified may be one of the best horses in our generation, and we'll find out tomorrow. But this is a lot to ask. This is going to be his 6th race since February 18th. This is his 3rd race in 5 weeks. This is very, very, very difficult stuff. And also, these races in the slot take a lot out of you. Now, they don't take as much out of a horse like Justified because he's up on the pace, but these other horses are getting mud in their face, all that stuff. So, let's see what you guys have to say, and then I will break down my bets. Elo Rodriguez says, I'm listening to these horse bettors here in Vegas, and they all have Justified in the money. That's another thing. You would need an injury for Justified not to be in the top 4. And that's why he's in my exactor boxes. I have 6 exactor boxes. 3 of them are at $40. And a box, if you guys don't know, a box means it goes both ways. So it doubles the price. So a $40 box costs $80. I have 3 $40 boxes and 3 $10 boxes without Justify. Oh, wow. Neil Rigdon, we're always interested in your picks, man. That's what this chat's for. Great work. Okay, Dan Kelly says Gronkowski will get a lot of action because of his name. You're absolutely right. Gronkowski, but Kevin K says Gronkowski crashes in Belmont. Okay, sorry. Don Reach says, yes, rail rules in Belmont. They all shoot that rail after a half mile. Absolutely. Drew B says Tenfold, Hofberg, Justify, Bravazzo, Superfecta. Another thing I don't do is, even though Bravazzo continues to look stronger, and man, Dwayne Lucas just seems to be able to do that with all his horses, keep getting them stronger and stronger as they go through. I am not taking a horse that's running both those races. I expect him to not run as well. Okay, so Normal Nation says Baffert wants Justify to stalk first, over 2 lengths back. So I say yes, that's right. Okay, all right, you guys, here's my picks, and thank you for hanging out and capping this with me. It's my favorite thing in the whole world. Okay, these are my plays, and we'll do the head-to-head matchups on the Late Show. Okay, I have $300 worth of bets I'm doing on my HBI card. I will be tweeting out the pictures when I lock them in. But these are them. And please watch my whole video. Watch my Belmont video. We go way more in depth. Please check it out. It will be out. It's probably out right now, but don't leave us until we end the show. I have a $40 exactor box. Number 1, Justified, and number 7, Tenfold. $40 exactor box. Number 1, Justified, and number 8, Vino Rosso. $40 and Vino Rosso, we don't get enough time to talk about him right now. I got to rush. But he won the Wood Memorial. And over the last 15, 16 years, the New York bred horses just haven't been up to snuff. They haven't been as good as the Kentucky horses. And over the last few years, just for the first time ever against California horses, Vino Rosso may be different. And the $40 exactor box, Justified, Blended Citizen. So those are my big ones. I'm taking Hofberg out. I'm taking the late closer out. Yes, he's got a ton of potential to fire. He's got the same sort of lightly raced colt resume as Tenfold did when I told everybody that Tenfold was going to fire at the Preakness. Now, I have 3 $10 exactor boxes without Justify. I have 7 Tenfold to 8 Vino Rosso. These are going to pay enormously amounts of money if they come through. 7 Tenfold to number 10 Blended Citizen. And these are boxed both ways. And it's an 8 Vino Rosso to number 10 Blended Citizen. Those will pay enormous amounts of money. And Don Reese says Vino is going to be closing. I just hope that Hofberg is too far back. Marty Muerte says closers do not typically win at Belmont. You're absolutely right, Marty. And God, I love Cap. God, I wish we could just do this the whole time. Thank you guys so much. Now, let's roll into WNBA for the first time. I capped these games a little bit. I'm not going to make official picks, but let's go over it. Now, WNBA. Let's do it. And I was hoping that you guys would come in with your stuff. Triple Beam says it's Justify won't win. -20, good value. I don't think it is, Triple Beams. I don't think it's good enough value. But I bet that number might be a little better. I don't know. Dancy says, Jimmy, can we start the show early, like 30 minutes? I wish we could. I think we can. I think there's a ton of value in the Belmont. So I don't think it ever makes sense to take a -120 bet unless we're doing a matchup prop, which we'll break down in a late show, because these 2 horses that are going to be rabbits are going to lose. Any matchup we can get with them, they're going to be the last 2 horses, I think. Okay. All right, you guys, let's quickly do this WNBA. So we have one early game, Atlanta Dream versus the Las Vegas Aces. Atlanta, as you guys have seen, one of the most improved teams in the WNBA this season. Dream are 3-3, coming off an impressive win beating the Connecticut Sun for the first time this year. Vegas is expansion team, very vulnerable. Aces are led by this year's top pick, Asia Wilson, and they have last year's top pick, Kelsey Plum, who's playing terribly. Rostradamus says, I watched some of the Storm game last night. Looks like many of you had the right side in that one. I've been watching you guys kill it. I'm going to start slowly moving into it, very slowly studying it, and not making any picks yet. But Pete's been doing a great job. He's 9-5, and I just want to start getting into it with you guys because I've been seeing you guys on the money train. WW Train says Atlanta at home 0-6. They come alive tonight. 0-6. But they're 1 Oh, sorry. I don't know. Sorry, I don't know what that means, WW Train, if you could fix that for me. Native Queen, Atlanta, Las Vegas, first quarter, over 39. Wow. Flipper likes the over and the Aces at +5. Interesting. Aces are 1-1 at home. They've lost all their games on the road. Very interesting. DJ Big Boss says, what's the verdict on Bravazzo? He's an extremely talented horse that keeps getting better. But I think that it's just too hard to run 3 races in 5 weeks. I just don't think it's fair. Indiana, book at +6. So I've got no play on the Dream and the Aces, but we see some plays here. Let's keep moving. Marco Lou, much love. Thank you for being here. Oh, wow. Ralph Portwanda will be... Oh, no, for Game 5. Sadly, I don't think you'll get those tickets. Okay. Let's keep rolling. WNBA cappers are in Vegas. Danksy's, Wings, -8.5 and under. Sky up to 6.5, +6.5 and under. Aces +4.5, under 161.5. Wow, okay, Danksy's taking unders in all these games. The Dallas Wings are at the Indiana Fever. Indiana Fever 0-6, 0-4 at home. They don't look good, but they are battling, dealing with injuries. They came back from a 20-point deficit to force overtime against the Liberty, lost 87-80. Indiana's 0-6 start, longest losing streak to begin the season in team history. Wings head to Indiana after a 94-90 home victory over Seattle. Skylar, Diggins Smith, and Liz Cambridge combined for 52 points for Dallas. Now, the issue with the Wings is injuries. They're dealing with a lot of injuries, so you'll probably have to wait last minute to make a move on them. Ariel Powers, Gloria Johnson, Teresa Plaisance. I don't know if that's right. But they all didn't play versus Seattle. So if you're making a move, you probably want to wait and see how many of these Wings players are going to play. Also, if you're going up against a team that's 0-6 and 0-4 at home, you're probably going to want to rest these people that need rest. So that's what's up. Mally Mal asking if Rail posted yet. Not that I know of, not here at least. Molly Mal saying Fever 4-1 in the last 5 versus Dallas against the spread. And you know what? I think Fever will have. My guess would be that the Wings rest some of these players because the Fever are doing so well, and the Fever might have a ton of value. Godmother's on Wings -5. Dallas Wings -5, so she thinks it's going to be no problem. She's on the Aces. Wow, on the Aces spread and money line, and Mercury solo over. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Let's break down that Chicago Sky Phoenix Mercury game quickly because we got to go. Mercury started out the road trip 3-0 after 3 consecutive losses. They are looking good. Griner dominated the post as she always does, 26 points in their win over the Liberty. The Sky are 3-3. Just raced easily a 15-point deficit against Vegas, 95-90 win. They were coming off a 38-point loss to Connecticut. This Sky team looks vulnerable. And Godmother's on Mercury over. And who else is on Mercury? Antoine Seymour, Dallas first quarter -2. Yes, I really think this Mercury team, this has got to be a good spot for them. Tomer says Mercury playing their first home game after a long road trip. A tough spot to back them. Okay, thank you for that, Tomer. I didn't know that. Wow. And Chicago Sky has a ton of injury concerns, right? Dolson with a strained tendon, Quigley with a hip, both missed the win over Vegas, both questionable for tonight. So maybe we need to wait for a little bit more injuries information. Native Queen is on the Aces first quarter +0.5. Thinks that they're going to come out strong right now. That's what's up. That's what's up. Man, you guys mean the world to me. Thank you guys so much for being a part of Lowbag. It's very difficult to do this show without the legend Pistol Pete Loshak. We had so much to talk about. Thank you for all your great comments. Let's have a very profitable day. Let's get that paper. Make that guac. Much love. I'll see you guys on the Late Show.